Director and esthetician. I'll take that one slowly. At Studio 7 Beauty Lounge. She's here live and in color. Trudy, hello. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
How are
Thanks
you?
for having me. I'm very well, thank you.
You look incredible this morning, but this is, as the Brits will say, par for the course. Every time I see you on the socials, you're looking exquisite. You make it a point to leave your house looking, exquisite.
Well, I try. I have to try. Yes, I have to.
There's a saying that goes, dress the way you want to be addressed. You live by that.
Absolutely.
Me personally, some days I don't know how one will address me. Life is tough. I have a lot on my mind. But again, good morning. It is good to see you. And as I introduced you, are the creative director and esthetician, Studio 7 Beauty Lounge. And I follow you on the socials. I know that you have been upgrading your skills. You've been going for courses, which is important. If you're involved in the beauty business, you are forever learning new things. There are new procedures coming and going all the time, ones that I haven't even heard of. I know fillers are getting quite popular. They're popular in other jurisdictions in the West. It's all the rage, but these are some of the things that are happening on home soil. And you tell us some of the beauty enhancements that you provide and what you're seeing taking Ghana by storm. But for the uninitiated, what does an esthetician do?
Okay, so the main job of an esthetician is to maintain the face.
Mainly maintain the face. I see. Okay. And by doing that, with treatments and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. It depends, on the individual what you need. Yes. So. Yes, with different treatments.
And how long have you been doing this for?
Going on 3 years.
Okay, so it's a fairly new endeavor, if you will. Have you always had a passion for beauty, for skin care, all of that? Has that always been what you wanted to do?
Yes, absolutely. Before I set up Studio 7 Beauty Lounge 7 years ago, even as a customer patron of the beauty industry, I used to go to the salon like twice a week.
Twice a week?
Listen.
That's a hefty bill.
Sometimes even 3 times. I just loved being in that environment. It's always been a passion of mine. I used to, get the latest trends, in the beauty industry when it comes to hair, nails, and I'll take it to the salon and show them, this is what's, trending now. Let's do it. Even when they haven't heard about it.
You would go in and, give them the filler. This is the latest in town.
Let's do it, yeah.
Nice. And for you, just as a person, why was it important for you to keep up? I know you started off by saying, you love it, you want to look good. Does it change the way that people approach you or deal with you when you look a certain way? I think that's, in fact, a no-brainer. We know people treat you differently, William, based on how you present yourself.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I know her as Trudy Arnold. And she has been in the beauty space for a long time, as far as I know her, because she was a contestant in a pageant that I was a judge. So
Miss Malaika.
You're a Miss Malaika alum.
Proudly.
So
Okay.
So these are the kind of ladies that I selected for Ghana.
Thank you for that, William. Thank you for that, William.
And as she's saying, of course, I mean, when you come for pageants, I mean, you get some of these tips. I mean, they, not just what you do on the stage, how you even communicate with people, how to take care of your skin. So these are some of the benefits that pageants offer to young ladies, how to keep their appearance, how to even get into business, and so on and so forth. So I'm happy to see her this way. And, so pageants are platforms for women to, discover what they can do and then go with them. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, as a consumer in the beauty space, now as a service provider in the beauty space, what are some of the big changes that you're seeing? I mean, we've come a long way in terms of the types of services that one can get when it comes to beauty. Even Botox is fairly new. Has it been around?
Yeah.
Tell us about some of the changes that you're seeing, some of the new innovations in our own beauty space that you're aware of.
Okay, so the main thing that I've noticed lately, which makes me very happy, honestly, I see people loving themselves more. And that's where it starts, if you ask me.
Right.
Because now they look at themselves. You know, there are people who work so hard. Everyone, we're always taking care of, especially if you have a family. You're always, you know, taking care of someone else or, you know, something else. But now people are taking a break and going like, you know what, I need to take care of myself. I need to give myself some attention.
And is this just the women or men and women alike?
Yeah, I was going to
Men
ask.
too.
Oh,
Men
okay.
too.
So what would I get in your shop if I should come?
Oh, everything. So Studio 7 Beauty Lounge is a full service, you know, beauty house. From hair, nails, you know, we have a spa in there. So massages.
Oh, you have a spa?
Yes, massages, facials. And then we've got the advanced, you know, aesthetic treatments like fillers, Botox, you know.
And we'll come to those, because those are some of the newer things we're seeing in the space. So you say you've seen a transition, if you will, in the beauty space, but you say people are loving themselves more.
Yes. And that is informing the kind of treatments they are asking after.
What do you make of people who say that, well, it's because that they don't love themselves, that's why they're getting fillers and Botox? Or you say that because you love yourself, you want to enhance or improve?
So like I rightfully started, I think it's because they love themselves. Anyone who says it's because they don't love themselves, first of all, you probably don't even understand what you're talking about or what's being discussed. I think that whole... you know, in Ghana and Africa, they hate what they don't understand. You know, you see someone else investing in themselves, someone who doesn't have, this is a different, you know, example.
Sure.
Who doesn't have, would, you know, talk about someone else who is spending their hard-earned money on their cars or house. It's their money. You know, let people do what they want with their money and their bodies.
Sure.
We need to stop judging people, you know, for doing what makes them happy. As long as you're not hurting anyone else, you're trying to make yourself better, just leave people alone. Honestly. And the funny thing is, on social media, my business is mainly based on social media.
Right.
The kind of those who make the most negative comments, they actually come back and get the treatments done.
I see. So they talk to you about, or they comment on the pictures with negativity, and then the same people will come into the DMs and ask about the treatment, the very treatments that they are bashing or having negative opinions on. And if you're watching us on Facebook Live, you'll see Trudy in action in her workplace. She has her gear on, her uniform on, and we'll talk about some of the procedures that she offers. It's quite early in the morning, but head over to our Facebook page and you'll see what is going on there. So you say those that are quite or can be quite negative, we'll talk about it. So let's actually speak about what's on the screen now. We see you injecting something into the backside of a lady, but she already looks well endowed, or this is after some sessions with you.
Okay, so the picture is a bit scrunched up.
That is what is giving the appearance of a fuller behind.
Now, there are some people who have projected bum, but you've got hip dips.
Okay.
Yes, which is like one of the main, you know, we see a lot of women with hip dips.
I have hip dips, by the way, full disclosure. Nobody asked me, but I have hip dips. Trudy, how would you explain hip dips for the uninitiated?
Okay, so when you look at, when a lady's standing facing straight, when you look at her hips, you know, there's like a dip, kind of like a
dip.
contour.
Yes.
Yes. Like
it's not the dimple. DJ Phil, we know you are aware of those ones. Not the dimple.
You know, dip before you see like the curvature, the actual hip come out. And then, you know.
William, are you familiar with this anatomy?
I haven't been watching movies.
You haven't been. For those of you who know, you know, or at least we've been able to paint a picture. If you're not watching us on Facebook Live, so what is this procedure then that's on the screen?
Okay, so that's butt injections. Yes, so we've got, for hip dips, we've got two treatments. We've got butt injections and then we've got dermal fillers.
Derma fillers, yes, right,
dermal
okay.
Fillers. So depending, when you come for consultation, we explain both to you, what they do, how long they last. You know, we give you the whole, you know, 411 on all the treatments for you to make a decision on what's best for you. So we can help you to do that. So I usually encourage people to book consultations, because most people try and call and explain the situation. There's only so much, you know, I can say or do on the phone, but I need to see you in person, you know, to advise the treatments that'll be best for you, or how best I can help, basically.
Okay, so then also we're seeing on the screen some treatment being done to a lady's lips. What's happening there? For those of you who are not watching us, if Trudy is injecting something into a lady's lips.
Okay, so that's dermal fillers as well.
Dermal fillers, okay.
They're made of hyaluronic acid.
Hyaluronic acid,
yes,
okay.
Which is naturally found in the human body.
Okay.
But the quantities are not enough to keep us looking, plump and as youthful as we'd like. So we then go in with, FDA approved fillers. Again.
And that's important. Trudy said FDA approved, because we'll also talk about this type of business having a black market, if you will, because you don't know what they are injecting into you. Is it palm oil? Is it some other derivative? You have to go somewhere where they are licensed. They know what they're doing, and they're trained. Yes.
That's very important. A lot of people have the notion of body enhancement or aesthetic treatments being harmful because they probably come across maybe on social media or seen people who look overfilled or overdone or botched, like we see on TV.
That's right.
And that's usually a result of poor treatment planning or going to, an uncertified technician,
right,
or just anyone, and going to someone's basement to have them do whatever to you.
Right.
You need to go. Is very, very, very important, because we're talking about your body here,
your life.
You need to go to someone who is trained, a trained esthetician or aesthetic doctor. Not just any doctor. There are aesthetic doctors who do this, or trained estheticians. You need to go do your research, find one, go to them, and then they will sit you down and talk to you or come up with a treatment plan, something that will work for you.
Has anybody come to you with a botched procedure? So maybe they went to a friend, and these days people advertise, come, I have fillers here, and so on and so forth. Have you seen anybody that's come to you with a botched job, or do they tend to sort of shy away? Now it's botched, so away bus.
Yes, I've had in my DMs a lot. People send me, pictures and try and get me to fix stuff that other people have done in Ghana here. And it's such a shame, because a lot of the time these people, some of these people may have come to me before, maybe find out, what will this cost? You tell them what it'll cost off the bat, and instead of coming back to discuss further, they probably go for the cheaper option, and then they come back and say, fix me. And at that point, depending on what it is, I'm very nice, let me put it that way. If I can, I will help you out. But if I cannot, it's a shame. I will be honest with you about your treatment. If it's beyond me, I will tell you, go to a medic, and ask for this or that. But where I can help, I do help. So yes, I have had, such situations. I've even had people who've gone to doctors in Ghana here, gotten aesthetic treatments. It's gone, sideways, and then they've come to me to, have it fixed, have it dissolved, and, redone and stuff like that.
Now, we're also seeing on the screen another lady. She has some needles in her face. What type of treatment is this?
So that's PDO threads. So in that procedure, we're treating her acne scars.
Okay.
She's got acne scars, as you can see. And PDO threads are very good for that. Now, these are dissolvable polydiagonal threads. They're like what the doctors use for sutures. But these are specialized types, for aesthetic treatments. So we leave the threads underneath the skin. It causes, natural collagen to form underneath the skin. So the more threads you put, the better, and it works over time. And most of these treatments are not a one-time treatment. So that's why you need to speak to, you need to consult first, because a lot of people also come in and they're just willing to do the one and expecting, wow results. It's an investment. It's not a one-time, because chances are you did not develop the problem in one day. So you shouldn't, expect to fix it in one day.
Right.
Yes. So you need to be patient and consistent and try and follow through with the treatment plan.
Do you have women or men that come to you with unrealistic expectations?
Oh, absolutely.
They want the backside to be 4 times as large.
Yes.
Do you get those?
Yes. And I turn a lot of people away. I turn a lot of people away because there are there are those who come and tell you, make me look like a blow-up doll. You know, and unfortunately, I will not deal with someone like that, because then they have body dysmorphia issues.
Okay.
You know, so we're trained not to, you know, treat people like that, but to refer them to some sort of psychiatric, you know, institution. In Ghana here, it's a bit more difficult to do. So I will tell you, I'll do my part and tell you, you know what, this is not real. I can't do that for you, because these treatments are they're natural enhancements. They make you look more, to just give you a better version of yourself.
So it's not a distortion of how you are. It's really, like you say, natural enhancements.
Natural enhancements.
Gotcha.
Yes, you know, to make you just, you know, someone, you can get your face, certain things on your face done, and you come and sit here, and William will be like, you look
good.
Yeah,
but I can't tell what's different.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what you should be aiming for, a more natural look.
Yes.
William, I'll come back next week, you'll be shocked.
I was just going to ask, which institution would license your business and give you the professional that license? Which institution in Ghana, if somebody wants to get into your business?
So in Ghana here, unfortunately, there isn't an industry for estheticians. I'm licensed from the UK. In Ghana here, I am working with the FDA as well to get all licenses and approvals. You know, the FDA is approving everything, all products and everything that I use currently. I am also speaking to HEFRA, you know, trying to see what they can do. They're a bit, you know, they really are trying to help, because again, it's new to them. Yes. So I'm bringing it to the fore. I went to them and I was like, this is what I do. What can you do? I need to do anything? What T's do I need to cross? I's do I need to dot? Because then I could be going, you know, if I were to be in the UK, I'll be operating like, you know, I'll be on my jolly way, because I'm insured and licensed in the UK. I can do anything in the UK. But in Ghana here, the beauty industry is not cut out. It's not clear cut.
It's not properly regulated.
At all.
Right.
At all. So I'm going forward to these institutions and trying to, you know, talk to them and find out. But then the main one will be the FDA, because if you're using anything that's, you know, goes into the body, the FDA has to, you know, look at it. Yes.
Another service you provide that I find quite interesting, I see that's blowing up in Ghana as well, is the IV transfusion.
Yes.
So you get them for vitamins and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
There are people that say that it doesn't really work, or you're not really doing much with that type of treatment. Talk to us about that. What is it about? What is it for? And does it really work? Does it really get results?
Okay, so basically, beauty IV therapy stimulates cellular repair, and it restores collagen and elastin production in the body. Your look is
yes. Trudy's laughing because we're just projecting on screen now some very interesting procedure. William, your head has blocked me small.
Okay, that's PRP.
That's
PRP for stretch marks.
Okay, this is for stretch marks.
Yes.
I thought it was something else. I know that there are some procedures now. Again, what is the time? Time check. Some 29 minutes past the hour of 9. So I'm going to be as euphemistic as possible. There are some treatments that that ladies do to tighten the situation down below. I think we're all adults here. You understand what I'm saying? William, you understand me?
Men too have stretch marks, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay. So they come there.
Yes, I'm talking about the tightening of the...
we get that one too,
okay.
Of the cookie.
Of the cookie. DJ Phil, you get me? All right, everybody in studio is aligned here. But you don't provide that service, do you? Or that? Hey.
I choose not to.
You choose not to.
Have you got that request?
Yeah.
Or those requests?
So I have a trained nurse, a certified nurse who works with me, and she would do it. Yeah, so that's done with PRP as well. So PRP is just platelet-rich plasma. So we basically take your blood, spin it in a specialized centrifuge machine.
Okay.
And then it splits up the blood, and then we take the liquid gold part of the blood.
Okay.
And inject it back into the skin or the cookie, certain areas, you know, that it'll work in.
Okay.
So it's very natural, it's no foreign substance, and it works like magic.
This is from your own investigations?
Ask any doctor.
Right.
Yes. PRP works really well. You can just research on it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about the
vitamin infusion. Yes. So basically, it stimulates cellular repair and restores collagen and elastin production in the body.
Okay.
Now, collagen and elastin, these are the factors in the skin that keep the skin really tight and youthful.
Okay.
As we age, as we grow, these factors break down, and that's when we start to, look some way and start sagging, and we're just not as, as we look in our teens. In the teens, that's when they're ripe. Yes. So now the IV infusions also, it can help to strengthen your nails and your hair, and it also balances and brightens, your skin tone. It detoxifies the body as well.
Okay.
Fights the signs of aging. Yes. It provides a wide range of beauty benefits.
Okay.
There are different types of vitamin infusions depending on what you're trying to achieve. There's some specialized for the skin, or for energy boosting, for losing weight, actually.
Okay.
For detoxing and all that. So depending on what you want, you can consult and find out. Now, as to whether they work, they do work. Again, like I said before, these are not like one-time treatments.
Okay.
So you need to follow through with a treatment plan. A lot of people, every time I'm asked, how many sessions do I need? And I tell them you need, quite a few sessions, recommended to be done weekly or something like that. They just don't want to make the investment. Someone wants to come in, or a lot of them want to come in and then just, do it one time and expect to wake up the next morning and be glowing like,
Like you are.
Yes, like I am. I have invested in myself, in my skin. I have 3 children. It is not easy. So I need some of these things, these vitamins, to help me to keep my energy levels up, to handle home, handle work, to do all these things. And it does work for me. There's nothing I would recommend or treat someone with that I won't do on myself. You see, so I have tried and tested these things, and I know they work and they're safe, above all.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, it is some 28 minutes to the top of the hour. You're still live here on 3FM Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. We're talking about body enhancements with Trudy Boateng. She's the creative director, and she's also an esthetician at Studio 7 Beauty Lounge, which she also owns. Wrapping up on the conversation here on body enhancements, I think we've learnt a thing or two. William, don't you agree?
Yeah.
Concerning the beauty space.
I've taken her number. I used to have her old number.
Now you have the...
I have the new number. So I'm visiting to get my skin touched up. I want to look younger still. I'm sure I'm looking same. I don't know. Maybe the grey, but apart from that, but I still need to shine up my skin.
Right.
So I'll visit Studio.
Well, then we can't have you any more handsome than you already are. That's going to be a problem.
There's more room for improvement.
We love that. Some problems in this crowd.
Well, before we wrap up, though, I do have my last question. And the people that come to you ultimately to seek these various treatments, do you get the sense that a lot are coming on their own accord, or is this pressure from social media? Are some of them coming because their partners have made a comment or two and they think, well, I need to fix up? The people that come, what are the reasons that they come with?
I think it's a combination of these, depending on the human being. I love when, women come with their husbands.
Okay.
Their partners. It just gives me so much joy to see, because a lot of men don't understand these treatments. So for a man to actually, drag his wife to the studio and make these inquiries, and a lot of them actually get treatments together as well.
Okay, so the men also come and get treatments.
Fillers, Botox.
The men also get Botox.
Infusions, yes.
I see.
Yes, and they don't play with it. They don't play with it at all. So it's not, you see. Botox.
What's that?
Anti-wrinkle injections.
Because it's so similar to Botox, if you're not too sure.
No. So Botox is actually the brand name of a product that's used for anti-wrinkle injections.
Oh, I see. So actually Botox is not even...
It's not called Botox.
I see.
Yeah, it's anti-wrinkle injections.
Anti-wrinkle injections, but Botox is...
So it's good I was people, as soon as you say Botox, people thought people come in for upliftment of
which they do. Which they do, but this one is a separate one.
Botox. Okay, I get it.
Okay, clarified?
Yes.
Clarified.
Yeah.
So you say they come on their own accord, some also come with the partners. Do you also get a subsection that come because of pressure? They're looking at the gram, they're looking at social media. Do you get those people as well?
If that's the situation, then they do hide it well.
Okay.
If you ask me, yes. Because people, they come in and they look in the mirror and maybe they've seen someone has a sharper nose or, more perkier looking lips or, yes. They come in, they tell me what their problem areas are. And in most cases, yes, they are indeed. You can see why they'll see that as a problem area for themselves. So whenever they come in and ask for a consulting, I give them a mirror, and then they look into it. We both look in the mirror and then they tell me, okay, I don't like this part of my face, looks too saggy. It wasn't like that before. What can we do about it? Or, my nose is a bit crooked, or, I have a hump on my nose, so then these are real things. And then we're able to work on them, but not because they don't come looking perfect and be like, oh, my friend looks like this or that, or someone on Instagram looks like that.
Have they brought a picture of Beyonce before?
Not Beyonce.
No, but somebody else.
Some of the social media influencers, international influencers. Some ladies will come and say, I want my lips to look like this. Or, something like that.
Nobody has brought my picture yet.
Oh,
They don't want to look like me yet. Anyway, very soon you guys will feel me. In any case, we're parking it here for this conversation. Trudy, thank you so much for your time and for the education which you really gave us today, breaking it down for us, giving us more insight into the beauty industry. I think Ghanaians are becoming more accepting of the beauty industry. You don't have to explain too much. We're catching on. So good luck to you and the business as well. And thank you for rolling through.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Oh, and we're 7 years this year.
7 years this year. It's no easy feat. Round of applause.
Studio 7 at 7. So
Studio 7 at 7.
Yes. So watch out. Follow us on social media. Studio 7 Beauty Lounge.
Yes.
We're going to have amazing giveaways, and we're going to be doing some amazing things for our 7th anniversary.
Amazing stuff. I'll slide in the DMs, and we can also partner on Studio 7 at 7. Maybe we'll give away something or two to our listeners.
I'd love that.
All right, Trudy. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm proud I selected it for the finals of the pageant.
Thank you for your contribution to Ghana. Thank you. Thank you, William.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You too.